how do you balance this insanity? How do you balance this high pressure environment? Because I guess in the industry, so often the play is to just overwork people until they burn out and then leave and then get more people. But assume that you want to you want to continue keeping working with these people, because as they get better at being in these pressure cooker scenarios, then how do you think about that, and how do you balance that in the studio?
I think that's kind of what's wrong with like the way studios operate, honestly, right? Like you said, like that's the norm. Like you run and gun and like people get burned out and they either go to a different studio or they go work in-house at a huge tech company, and like uh either one of those paths is kind of not ideal because you lose that, like, just like if we're a sports team playing together, the longer amount of time that you do that together, like there is a real value there in the camaraderie and the knowing how to work together. The way to do that is there are things we can control, there are things we can't control. Like, we can't always control the type of projects that come in or the timelines or the briefs, things like that. Like, obviously we can say yes or we can say no, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a business, and sometimes you have to say yes to things that you don't always like want to, and you want to make that, as time goes on, you want that to happen less and less, and of course it is, but I think what we can control is like benefits, right? Like we give everyone on the team like the best benefits you can get, and for them and their families, we pay for all of it. So that's one thing. Another thing is time off. I think right now we're at 6 weeks PTO. Like everyone gets it. Just keeping a pulse on like the team, and like when does someone just need a day off to like recharge. We have like these things called wellness days. We try not to put the exact same people on like sprints to back to back or in a row and in a row, because that's just not that's just really, it's taxing. And then finally, try to be really choiceful with when we take these things on, and like, just so that we feel like it's really strategic and it's really smart for the studio. The project's going to be really cool and impactful. Like you kind of have to have the excitement to get yourself amped to do one of those things. So if that's not there, then we try not to do it. There's that mentality, right? Like, if you're not comfortable with them choosing it, don't show it to them, right? And I think that speaks to like, older or like previous methods.